Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is Hannah. For today's video, I'm going to be recreating this makeup look. I saw this on Instagram. The first post that I saw was from Lynn's on Instagram. I love her and all of her like content. It gives me such cozy like friendship OG like makeup vibes. And she actually recreated this look from another makeup artist named Delphi, also on Instagram. I fell in love and I was obsessed, and I've been wanting to get back into filming makeup content, so I decided why not start with like a really fun, very out there look. So if you're interested in seeing me attempt to recreate this look and do it on my face, then just keep on watching. Okay, so as you can see, I already did everything on this side just because I really wanted to like play around with the colors. I don't have any of the products that Lynn's or Delphi used in their videos. I'm just going to use what I have handy that I feel like somewhat give the effect that I'm trying to go for. You can definitely tell the colors are 100%. Like, I do wish that like the blue was a little bit more bright and poppy, but we're working with what we got. For this look, the main eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using is this Colourpop Fade Into Hue palette. It's got obviously a bunch of pastels, rainbow. There's also a lot of different textures, mattes, shimmers, glitters, all kinds of things. And then for the shimmers, I used the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, specifically the shade Cosmic Love, this one for the purple like iridescent, as well as, this is what I mean, I'm using like quite a few things. I have a single shadow, the Half Magic single shadow in Blushing Lizard, because I felt like this would be perfect for the look. So I've already put concealer on my eyelids. That's how I personally like to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna go into my Colourpop Fade Into Hue palette in the shade Majestic. So I'm gonna just tap this all over the lid. I'm just using like a kind of fluffier flat brush to just pack the pigment on all over the lid, and then we're gonna blend it out with like some pink out on the edge. As you can see, I like to kind of pull my shadow out this way, so I'm just gonna pull it out, and we're gonna blend out the edges with a pink, so I'm not focusing so much on blending as much as like getting that pigmentation that I'm looking for. I'm going to take just like a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to use, actually in the Huda Beauty palette, the shade Happiness. It's just this light pink. I'm going to use that to blend out my edges a little bit more. And now I'm going to jump into the like brow bone, like all of these. So I don't really have like a soft pastel green. In this palette, I have like, this is kind of more of like a neon like highlighter green. So I'm gonna first just start with Take It Easel, which is just a light powdery blue. I'm gonna put this all over the top and really blend it into my eyebrow, as well as like bring it out so it kind of follows the wing. Okay, if it's a little messy, so that's when I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and blend the blue and the purple and that pink together. So now that I've got the blue down, I'm going to take this little like pencil brush. We're going to pop into this neon green. It's a shade Designer in the Fade Into Hue palette. And I'm going to just tap this right in the center where she has that green. And I'm just going to tap it and blend it out in the center. I want it to be a little bit more on the blue side, so I just kind of, without adding any extra product, I'm just going to take the brush that I was using for that blue and just like soften it a little bit, and I'm just going to go back and forth to build up the green until it's at like the opacity that I want. So now that I've got like the greenish blue going on, as you can see, there's like a little bit of like the blue shadow on top of the purple. So I'm going to take my flat brush that I used to apply the purple and just kind of dust it away. I'm not adding any shadow, I'm just going to use whatever shadow is left kind of on the brush to help blend that off. Okay, so you can see we've got all of the colors in, but what's really going to pull it all together is putting the shimmer and then obviously like doing the lash line. So back into my Huda Beauty palette, and like I said, I'm going to use Cosmic Love, which is this gorgeous shimmer, and I'm going to use the flat side of this brush and just pack it on the inner half of my lid and kind of blend it out. okay? Then, I know this is like a lot. I'm gonna go back into the Colourpop palette and I'm gonna use the shade Express. It's this shimmer purple in the corner. And I'm gonna tap that on top, kind of brighten it up a little bit more. Last, for the shimmer, I'm gonna use the Half Magic Blushing Lizard. I'm just gonna use the other end of the brush and I'm just gonna apply this right on top. This is such a beautiful shadow. I don't know if you, like, it's picking up just how beautiful that shade is. It's so good. So now I'm just gonna clean up under the eyes before I move on to base makeup. Especially if I'm doing like a bolder eye, I prefer doing my eye makeup first because it makes it so much easier to clean up afterwards when you're not trying to save like foundation or something underneath. There we go. So nice and cleaned up. We're gonna take a break from the eyes and move on to face. Okay, time for the under eye. As you can see, I like tried it out just to be sure. So I decided to try the Meant to Be palette again. There's this shade called Get Fresh, and I feel like it just did a better job at like displaying the green. Like I kind of regret not trying that up on top instead. So sorry, I know that's like a fourth palette that I'm like throwing into this, but so I'm gonna use a flat brush with Get Fresh, this like light mint green that I regret not using in the first place. And I'm gonna start that here in my inner corner and blend it up and out until like just like the first like third of my eye. And don't worry if it looks a little crazy, we're gonna blend it out after. Then we're gonna go back into the Fade Into Hue palette and the light blue at the top, Take It Easel. And I'm gonna use, I don't have any other brush, I'm just using this little pencil brush because it's all I have. And I'm gonna pop this right in the center, slightly blending it into the green, but still kind of wanting the green to shine through, trailing off to where the purple is going to blend in. And then we go back into Majestic here. I'm just using this like angled brush, and I'm just using the smallest bit, and I'm gonna concentrate this on the outer third of my eye, blending it into the blue, as well as blending it out into the wing and into my blush. I'm gonna take this just fluffy brush. It has no extra product on it, and I'm just gonna use it to buff out the very edge, and then just go back through and add the green, the blue, like just add everything on again until I get the concentration of colors that I like. Now, the fun part, the shimmers. So I decided to try out Moon Magic in the Huda Beauty palette. It has kind of that like purplish tone in it that I really liked. But then I also ended up adding in another color. Like I said, I'm so sorry. I know I feel like I'm using like everything, but so I'm gonna take a small fluffy brush with Moon Magic, and I'm gonna start that on this like inner tear duct. Like I really love on my eye shape specifically, adding shimmers just right in here on this like flat part of my eye. Like I don't really know how else to explain it. Slash like onto the inner corner. But I kind of wanted to bring out this teal like mint color again. So back in the mint palette from Colourpop, Play It Cool, it has the perfect amount of green shift, and you'll see once I add that on, I feel like that just brings out the green even more, and I'm gonna pull it down a little bit onto the green. And then I'm honestly just gonna finish up with just some black mascara. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise in black. And then I feel like my eyes feel a little bit like closed off, so I'm going to add just like a little inner corner wing because I just really like that on my eye shape. So I'm just going to use this, it's from MAC, their Brush Black Brush Stroke 24-hour liner, and I'm going to use that to make a little inner corner wing. I like to tightline my upper waterline just with a black gel pencil. This one's from NYX. I feel like this helps make your lashes look so much fuller. Like, I feel like you can see already, because you can see the gap of my waterline on this eye above my pupil, versus on this side you can't. Especially since I have such dark brown eyes, I feel like you can notice that gap a little bit easier. So all that's left is to do highlighter and lips. So for highlighter, I was thinking I got from Fenty Beauty their What a Brat Kilowatt highlighter. This is like a light, like baby pink, and I feel like this would just look really cute. I'm gonna use the same brush, honestly, that I used the blush in, because I kind of want to give Sabrina Carpenter cheeks like just an overall shimmer. So I'm just gonna pop this mostly here on my cheekbone, but feathering it out all over, and I feel like it'll help also add a little bit more of a flush. I turned my brightness down just a little bit so that way hopefully you can see that, but I think it looks really good. A little bit on the bridge, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. So this is just the NYX Line Loud lip pencil in Rebel Kind. It's a super dark cool tone brown. The packaging makes it look like it would be more of like a chocolate brown. It's definitely not. I think I'm gonna do Yash from MAC, which I don't think they sell this color anywhere. Just like that. And then I'm gonna take Jet, and then I'm gonna put this right on top. I definitely kind of wish that the liner, that the lid liner I used was a little bit more cool tone, but I think it's still cute. Alright, and then this is the final look. Honestly, it's a little bit more out there and out of my comfort zone, but I actually really like how it came out. I really like this lip combo. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit more cool tone, considering I'm working with like cool tones and less like brown, but I still think it's really cute, and I do think I will wear this lip combo again with like a different like makeup look. But yeah, this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I have big plans to finally actually post on YouTube consistently again. So if you'd like to stick around and hang out with me and just join like a happy little makeup community, then please hit subscribe. Otherwise, thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a happy new year, and I love you. Bye.